mock situations in a mock game today, and got a lot of good work out there.
How do you see the running backs were up here the other day? How do you see that race shaking out right now?
Yeah, it's still to be determined a little bit, but I think there's a few guys that have separated themselves a little, and what order they're going to play in and how much they're going to play, I think we'll still determine.
Tricky for him with the COVID and stuff like that. How have you seen him just really respond, I guess, this fall camp to maybe put himself in that equation?
Yeah, Savion's a really talented kid. We try to recruit as much talent as we can, and kids come along at different times and on kind of a different schedule. Say really kind of hit his stride, I'd say, in the off-season program this summer, this winter. Looks a lot better, looks leaner, looks faster, and he's been doing a good job. So I think he's grown up from his first year here, and he's got a chance to help us.
How about just that 2020 class overall? I mean, talk to Logan Smothers and other guys from that 2020 group who, went through the COVID year. How tough was that for that group, and how maybe nice is it now to have more of a normal offseason?
It was tough on everybody last year, so that's been said enough. We recruit guys from out of state, and they come, and there's no students on campus, and nothing's open, and that was a hard year for some of those guys. They missed out on spring ball and fall camp and organized winter conditioning and summer conditioning and non-conference games and chances to get in games maybe last fall. So we've been trying to hit fast forward on the development with some of those guys, and a lot of them responded really well.
Austin and Travis weren't out there on Wednesday. What's sort of their situation, their status health-wise?
Yeah, we were just giving Austin a little time off. Travis has been nicked up a little bit. I'm going to report to you guys anytime we have somebody that's going to be out for season or extended amount of time. Got a bunch of guys nicked up, but we expect them back. Travis is one of those.
You don't have much game playing experience behind those two guys. At tight end, Chris has played a little bit. How do you feel like the young guys behind that pair have come along over the camp?
Yeah, it's strange. We've been nicked up at that position. Every camp, it seems like there's one position where you kind of get a rash of things. And, Chris and Austin are going to be fine. Travis will be back. We had an appendectomy and just kind of another little fluke thing, and we've been a little hurting at depth there. The good thing is we've been getting young guys reps at that position that I think are going to help us down the road. So we'll keep getting those guys healthy and feel good about where we'll be for game one.
Did you say that Travis?
Yeah, we've actually moved two guys. Sean Chancellor Brewington that transferred in to our program. He's a big receiver, and he's gone in and done a good job learning and getting reps at tight end. And then Jacob Herbeck, we moved to tight end too and brought into camp just to give us some more legs.
Did you say Travis specifically had an appendectomy, or just that there was one in the group?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, okay.
No, I didn't say that.
Last week you mentioned the amount of information you're throwing at the young guys. Now that you've seen it full speed in the scrimmages a couple of times, how do you assess how they're picking it up in game speed?
They're picking it up at different levels, and most guys, have 2 or 3 plays look really good and then get confused on a play. That irritates you as a coach because you want everything to be perfectly clean, but that's just kind of the learning process for the young guys. I was frustrated today with we had Big Ten officials out there today, and we had too many flags on the ground. That's been a point of emphasis for us all camp. Gonna go watch the tape. Most of those are with the 2s and 3s on little things, but this team needs to understand that they're good enough to be in every game if we don't do the things to beat ourselves, and that's been the thing that we've talked to about them the most ever since the end of last season. And I hope they get it, think they do, and we'll keep working on it.
What was the path for Chancellor Brewington to come here when he did? Was there a connection there from Arizona to here that helped that happen?
I think Chancellor's good friends with Javen Wright. I'd have to ask him, maybe even related to Javen Wright, but they all call each other their brothers, so I'm never sure what they mean. So you'll have to ask him that question, but Chancellor's done a great job. Really good kid, talented kid, and I think we found a spot where we can use him a little bit.
He looks like a slider guy. I mean, I think he's listed at 185. Is he bigger than that?
I think he's bigger than that, yeah.
So how do you see him? What kind of a tight end
is he?
He's a Husker tight end.
What?
He's a Husker tight end.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good for us. We can use somebody like him inside or outside, and the more spots he knows, the better chance he has to play.
Do you feel better now than you did at the beginning of camp? You said you're uncomfortable with where you perceive the vaccination rate to be. Is that something you feel like as a program you've made some progress with as camp's gone on?
Yeah, we're doing everything we can to try to educate the guys. We had some resistance to it, and Mark Meyer and our trainer has done a really good job. We had 4 people come in and talk to the team in the first 4 days. We provided opportunities for the guys that weren't vaccinated to get vaccinated, and I feel really good about where we are numbers-wise, and we'll keep working on it.
Other coaches have said it's a competitive advantage to have a higher vaccination number. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, the advantage is going to be based on the rules that they put around it, but I don't think there's any question, like I've said multiple times, that your best chance to have an uninterrupted season as a player and as a team is to have a high vaccination rate.
Scott, are you going to the concert tomorrow?
Yeah, I am. I'm excited. I'm just excited to see the stadium full again. I've never been in my box before. My wife's been in there. I've never been in it, so that's where I'm going to sit. It'll be the first time I ever saw it.
Got a favorite Garth song?
Favorite Garth song? Oh, man. Grew up with that stuff. Calling Baton Rouge, probably one of them. Thunder Rolls is everybody's favorite. Cowboy Lament, I really liked. That's a good question, by the way. Yeah, I'll think of another one before I'm done here.
Will your team meet Garth or get a chance to talk to him? We come around and say hi to you guys and all while they're here.
I don't know. When we have concerts in town, sometimes guys come over. Zach Brown's been in my office playing my little $80 guitar. We'll see if Garth shows up. It's funny, we met Garth, I think in my senior year. He came and talked to the team at practice one day. So he's one of the best. Can't wait to see him.
When do you start the Illinois game prep? You transition out of that after this weekend, or what does that sort of kick into gear?
Yeah, we're going to start a little earlier. Feel like, especially with the guys that we're going to count on to play a lot this year, they're really comfortable with scheme and what we're doing. Have gotten good reps to work on technique and fundamentals, and we're going to turn our attention to first game a little earlier.
If anyone gets nicked up on the O-line, is Brant Banks, is he a guy who, is he kind of the first up that could go at guard or tackle? Is he that versatile that he could be that guy?
Yeah, Brant's been repping with the ones, with the twos a little bit. We got more depth on the O-line than we've had. Nuri's done a good job. Bando's done a good job. Hickson's done a good job. Don't want to leave anybody out, but there's a lot of guys doing well, and I think that's going to give us the ability to keep guys fresh and get more guys into the game.
And I know the backup QB thing can be a pretty fluid deal, you've said, but do you sort of, as you go into Illinois install, do you know who you want to start with there?
No, we don't know yet. Both guys have been doing a really good job. Logan had a really good day today. I'd say every time that it rains is probably my favorite overall, though. Getting back to you.
Takes a while to think about it, doesn't it?
It does. It's too many. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.